I figure we could start off, since this is our reintroduction. We talk about how we met. So, what do you remember about us?
Well, I do know that we met off of the internet. We met on a site called Black Planet. That used to be popping back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
I know. So I thought you slid in my DMs or instant message at the time, and wrote me a poem. And I thought that was very cute, very different.
So, what were you on Black Planet for?
Meeting people.
Like just people in general, or trying to meet dudes?
I guess. Well, I guess it can kind of be both because I did meet like friends, like girlfriends off of there. But it was purpose of dating.
Was it effective?
Apparently so.
I'm saying before.
I'm married.
I'm saying before me.
Yeah, I met some people off of there. But I had some bad dates off of that thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But yeah, so it was hit or miss. You know, some people just on there to, some people's actually trying to find relationships. What were you on there for?
I was on there.
Me.
I was on there before that. I was on there just because it was a thing to do.
Okay.
And then when I was single after my daughter's mom left or whatever, then I got back on because I was, with being wild.
Free.
And so for that, the second time I was on, it was on to just meet people. No, I wasn't. I don't think I would have needed social media for that.
Okay. All right.
It was a convenient way to meet people.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't. I was gonna ask like how many, but I don't even want to know.
You just be looking to hang out. You ain't on social media for. Well, I guess some people be on social media for specific reasons.
Mm-hmm.
I was on there to meet people and to hang out because I needed people to hang out with that wasn't
boys. Okay, all right.
I needed to be, after the breakup, I needed to be reminded that people liked me.
Oh, okay.
Maybe. I don't know.
You need to be reminded that you was that guy.
That I could still attract some people. Well, you know what? I didn't need to be reminded of that because that wasn't I just wanted attention.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, I'm glad that you know that about yourself.
Do you remember our interaction? Or how our first interaction?
Other than a poem.
That's all you remember?
And I know we talked for a little bit, and then we started talking on the phone for a while, and then we talked on the phone like a lot, like to the early mornings, and then we finally decided to meet up and go on a date.
Like, do you remember any of the poem?
No.
You said I wrote you a poem?
No.
Nothing about it?
Not at all. Nothing. Except for the fact that nobody else had written me one. That was the only thing.
So is it the fact that I wrote you a poem that made you get with me or say something to me, or was it the poem?
I think at the time, I believe in my heart it was both. Like, oh, that's cute, whatever you said. And I thought that was different. Now, 15 years later plus, I can't remember what you said.
Well, not that you remember what I said, but do you remember like the feel like, oh, I like it? I don't remember what you said, but I know I liked it.
Yeah, I'm assuming I did because
So if it was a bad poem, you wouldn't hit me back?
I don't know.
Do you think I'm good at poems?
Yeah, I think you are good at poetry.
Like average, above average?
Oh my God. So we're about to just start tooting your horn out here?
No, we're not. I don't want to know. I want to know. I don't want to say I'm one way or another and people think I'm just being self-deprecating or I'm being, narcissistic.
Well, I think you're good at it. At the time, I thought probably, I guess throughout our relationship, I could say I thought you were above, but you don't really write much more. So, yeah.
Okay.
When you were writing, I thought you were good.
Okay. Appreciate that.
Okay.
The way I remember it was Actually, I still remember the picture that made me, because if people message you, you was wearing this white shirt and these shorts. You was a picture in the mirror. You was showing your heart.
My heart.
Yeah.
That's what it's called.
I was
My
like,
heart.
oh, okay. And then I only remember, or
My
I
heart.
mean, this is a long time ago, so I can't say for sure, but I know it was 2 comments, and I think it was just 2 main comments I remember of people saying like, oh, you look good or whatever, this and this and this. They were sounding thirsty,
Mm-hmm.
which I don't even know if we were saying that at the time. In 2008, I don't know
Yeah,
if
that
thirsty
probably
was a
wasn't the
word.
thing at the time.
Maybe it was. I don't know. But yeah, so I was like, okay, how am I can't be the third dude to be like, and that's just not I don't like to do that anyway. I like to give the girl the impression that I ain't even looking at her physically like that, I'm saying something else.
Mm-hmm.
That's how you get their attention. So that's what I messaged you. It was like a poem about like, oh, these dudes trying to get at you. They're talking about this, but I want to know something else or something.
Okay. That kind of sounds a little familiar.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I be telling people.
I try to teach people game.
You can't come all like, oh, you got big this and this and this and this. No, I don't do none of that. You find a thing that nobody else saying.
Okay.
So I like, you go on your page. Okay, she talking about this. Bet. All right, boom. Then I'm gonna put this in the poem.
Now you're over here telling people formula how you getting that girls.
Well, I'm saying it won't work for them because they don't write poems. And honestly, that sounds a little weird now. I guess it's how you do it. Like it wasn't and I want to be clear, it wasn't no long, like
No.
3-paragraph, 2-page poem.
That would have been creepy.
Yeah, it was just a couple little that.
We
Boom.
professing love. I ain't never
I
met
ain't do
you.
none of that. Just
it was quick, straight to
something little, couple little, punchline you hear there. Just something to be like, okay, I like that. That's back when I was still rhyming in my poems.
No, it worked.
Oh yeah, it did.
Yeah.
I don't remember any of the time from us from you responding, which I don't remember exactly.
To the first date?
I don't remember none of that in between.
So you don't remember the talking on the phone before we met? Nothing. No. You remember poem, first date. And to be honest with you, same. Like I know that we did talk for a little bit before we went on our first date, but yeah. But first date was memorable.
I do remember why we were on the first date.
Why?
Well, I remember okay, so the first date was
Applebee's. I mean, no, Elephant Bar. I've been looking at this Applebee's conversation on the internet. But anyway, Elephant Bar and IKEA.
Yes, and I remember us talking about IKEA because I was like, if we're gonna be together, then I gotta make sure you got some style. Because I don't know if you was talking a certain way or we was joking or something. So I took you to IKEA because it was actually right by where you live. And then there was an Elephant Bar right by there. So we went there and we walked around IKEA looking at stuff.
Holding hands on the first date. Look at that.
I mean, that's a gentleman thing.
Is it?
You had your arm around me, around my arm.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Cuffed you in there. Okay.
I remember your outfit. I didn't like it. Yeah, that was trash. But no.
It was the coat, that little red, blue,
checker black.
I think I borrowed that from Kiki.
Yeah, it was horrible.
No. We still got pictures that you took of me on.
Yeah, that was weird. We did a lot of weird things. So yeah, we did talk a lot, I guess. I did bring a camera. I think all this information, but the IKEA, I said before we went on a date, and I think I might have said something about the camera. But I'm also a photographer, so that it wasn't like me being creepy. Like, hi, I got a camera. I think you probably knew I did arty stuff.
I don't know. Artsy. I don't remember. You probably told me about you going to a school for arts and stuff like that.
Probably. Like, not only am I above average poet, I'm also above average photographer.
Now you sound like a narcissist.
Like, but nah. So yeah, we went on a date. Do you remember anything about the the Elephant Bar? Any conversation?
I don't remember the conversation. I assumed it was good. I do remember like laughing and enjoying the time enough to continue to go somewhere else with you afterwards.
Well, we went home. I mean, I dropped you off after that, right?
After IKEA.
No, we went to IKEA first.
No, we
and
did
then went to
not.
Elephant Bar. I promise you.
No, we didn't.
Yes. I know we did, but
no.
if you say so.
All right.
But anyway, so from what you remember, do you know what piqued your interest?
I thought that you were romantic. Thought you were funny. Had cool personality. You were a gentleman. And like you're very about family. So like those things were like, okay, this is cool.
Mm.
You know, I could talk to him again.
Is there anything you didn't like that you
It
remember?
was something that you was wearing I didn't like. I swear to God, I thought it was like a Von Dutch something.
I didn't wear a hat on the
but
first
you
day.
said you didn't wear it. But there was some, and I did not like. But anyway, that was it. That was it. What about you?
What about me?
You asking me like what piqued my interest, or was there anything
During the date
mm-hmm.
that I liked about you? I thought you were playful. Like, not trying to be serious. You were willing, Actually, I think the date could have been fun. That's a fun date to take someone to IKEA to do all that type of stuff. Cause I just like IKEA. I'm a window shopper anyway. But you was really, you was with it, and you enjoyed that. And then the dinner was cool. Elephant Bar ain't that great. It's like Red Lobster, but no one go there as much, so it's like on the say. So you like, oh yeah, you get points because you at least it wasn't Red Lobster. Whereas
and at the time that wasn't really seen as a bad place.
Yeah, and it wasn't a gang of people that Red Lobster wasn't bad back in the day. It's the internet people made it sound bad.
It's like
But it was like you was playful. Just your lack of stiffness. I think that it seemed like we had a good connection. We vibe with a lot of stuff. It wasn't nothing that you said, my biggest thing is like, I can't stand thoughts. I guess most dudes can't stand thoughts. No, that's not true, because a lot of dudes be marrying and having babies with thoughts and don't be realizing it. But yeah, you had some type of ground and some focus. Wasn't like I was about to marry someone who was outside of my religion. Mm-hmm. If that's what people like, that's up to them. But we, like, all the things, all our core values were, if not the same, very close to. Mm-hmm. Just in the way we dealt with each other, and you wasn't being weird. I think we just could everything I liked, or the way I was acting and my personality, you seemed like you was with it. You didn't like, oh, this is weird or anything like that, or you didn't act all super shy or
stuck up.
Yeah. Or opposite. Also, I am a touchy person. So like, holding hands, arm, all that stuff. So the fact that you was with that.
Yeah, because I don't think you initiated that. Mm-hmm. Like, because I think even our second date, I held your hand. Mm-hmm. But yeah. Okay. Yeah.
When was our second date?
The next day. Pow. Yeah. So that has never happened to me before. Going on a date and then being called like to go on the second date the very next day. Like that was unheard of. But it was fun. It was cool, and it was just like, okay, so I guess he felt like we hit it off. Like, I felt like we hit it off. And I guess we're going to, take time to get to know each other a little bit more. So I thought that was cool.
You remember where we went?
Yeah, we went to a Clippers game.
Mm-hmm. Clippers versus the Nuggets.
And I saw Corey McGetty. He's like, get off me. Yeah. No, but yeah, it was different, like going on second date immediately, but it's like you was cute, you was funny, like good personality. I'm like, okay, let's see where this thing could go.
Was that your type?
Not by like physical standards. My normal preference was to go for somebody really tall.
Mm.
I still wanted somebody chocolate. That's always been a preference. But yeah, I normally like really tall people. And I know I've told you this before, like I wrote down all the things I wanted in a husband. You know, I wanted a dark skin, family man, man of God, has better style than me, but I didn't write nothing about height.
So, so are you suggesting that you should follow the list? You should write a list and stick to that list, or you should write a list, or you shouldn't you shouldn't have a list?
Well, I think there's some core things that you should look for and want in a person.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody has a right to desire what it is that they want. But I do feel like if I was so stuck on a certain physical attribute, I would not be married on, basically 10 years, have a beautiful family. I'm like, I had been with people that was tall and fit, physical attributes that I liked, and they were whores,
You said I'm not fit. It's like tall and fit. I'm like,
did I say tall
I
and
ain't
fit?
tall, but
I
I'm
didn't
fit.
say nothing about
You did
fit.
just
I
say
did.
tall and fit.
Okay, I didn't say nothing about that. I didn't mean to say anything about that because the tall one still couldn't pick me up and you be slanging me around. So,
but I am also fit.
Not in the abusive way.
So then my question is, so are you saying that you should not look at physical attributes then? Is that what you're saying?
No, because everybody has a preference. But for me, it wasn't until I was like, you know what, God, I'm tired of like going through these cycles of these relationships. And I'm just going to be open to whatever come. Now, I do feel like you still need to be attracted to a person. Now, like if I wasn't attracted to you and you wasn't tall, I'm like, like this definitely is not going to work.
I'm taller than you though.
Okay, that's fine.
Every time you say it, you make it sound like I'm like 5'3".
I'm just like stabbing you in the chest.
I was looking for a midget. But you can't. Like,
we can't say that word no more.
Midget, you can say midget.
Ain't it little people?
They are little. They all, midgets are little people.
Oh Lord, we're gonna get canceled before we start.
I'm just joking. But so no, because it's my thing. So I know you wrote a list and I fit everything on your list. So does that mean that the other girl should be like, this is my list and I need to fit everything on the list? Or just say, what if I didn't have the style that you wanted? And I guess hindsight is you can't even tell, you can't really answer that question.
I'm saying because I to be honest with you, like at the time, like looking back, of course, a lot of times we'd be cringing at like how we used to dress. But at the time, I was like, okay, this cute as little.
But what I'm saying is, if you could go back in time, would you tell yourself to throw away the list?
Yes, I would.
So you could be more open to.
Yes. Because I feel like it was kind of like preventing me from being open to accepting other things.
Is there any? But okay, all right, I can go with that. So you're saying like core values, like these are, I have some non-negotiables,
right? Like but trying to make faith, my family, like those type of things, like how we're gonna raise our kids.
That's actually a good thing. Like 3 things, or not say 3, but like not like if like maybe your 3 things is he got to be tall, rich, and dark skinned. And you like, well, if he's
everything else can be trash.
Yeah, if he's abusive, if he ain't got none of this, then I got the 3 core. Like, so you really sit down and say, what would make me happy? Because if he make you laugh, if he's a good family man and he's a provider, then how important is it that my guy
he go to church on Sunday?
Yeah, how yeah. And if he's faith, you know what I'm saying? So then maybe you got to pull something out. You know what I'm saying? And to the point of maybe he's not rich, but maybe he's not, trying to make a mixtape at 37. You know what I'm saying?
Like he's not rich, but he's not broke.
Assessing the and not even maybe having a list, but then being able to put those in a ranking.
Gotcha.
Hey, you know what? I want a man that's tall. I want a man that's dark skinned. I want a man that's faith based. I want a man that's a family man. But what order are those in?
Right. What's the hierarchy of this thing?
Because I feel like a lot of women be missing out on men who ain't 6 foot. I mean, who are 5'11" because they want 6'5".
Mm-hmm.
They miss out on a man that's making 80,000 because they want a man.
And we already on a shortage, so it's like, bro, I'm not saying take what you can get, but I'm saying be more open. Like, yeah, it's from all what my friends say, it's hard out here. They say the dating pool got pee and boo boo in there.
Okay, but
what? So as far as you, like, what type of things were you attracted to?
I don't know. I just someone who is not boring. That's like my key thing. Someone who can not entertain me, but like someone who I can't have boring.
Hmm.
And when I say boring, it ain't like, oh, we got to go here, go there. We can sit and talk and you got to have good conversation. You got to have a good personality. I would prefer to have someone faith-based.
And this was your list that you never really made.
Yeah, I didn't really.
Right.
You know what you want. Yeah. Like, I don't know how to get to this because I think this is how, like, I don't need clingy, but I do need someone who desires to give attention.
Okay.
Like, nah, I don't need, like, especially in the dating process. When we get married, that's different. But when we dating, you don't need to be hitting me up every hour, every minute, every second.
But I don't think nobody should be doing that.
Yeah, but
but I got your point.
That, you know what I'm saying?
That's a red flag immediately.
If we out on a date and I'm pulling conversation from you, you know what I'm saying? If you ain't got to be a 10, you ain't, you know what I'm saying? But generally speaking, and I guess you don't even get to the dating phase with this. If there is no circumstance by which you can look decent, to me, I don't believe in ugly people, but I do believe that everyone has their own individual attractiveness. Everyone's attractive. It's just, how does that person attract you? I don't like tea. That don't make tea bad. So this is my thing. Hey, you know what? You don't look the best when you're at work. But when she get dressed up for a date, boom. Oh, you know what? She not good at makeup. But like, you got to give me something.
Gotcha.
Like, you know what I'm saying? You may not be the best basketball player. You may not be able to shoot the three, dunk, and play defense, but you got to do one of them. You can't not do none of these things. And that, like, look, like, there has to be you know what I'm saying? I got to be able to do. I'm trying to say, if there's no picture I can show you looking decent in, then probably more than likely, yeah, it's not gonna work out.
Okay, so was I your type?
Physically, I didn't have no physical type. You were plus size, so you was you are. I would say the first plus size person I talked to. Yeah. But, you know, I wasn't looking like that. To me, like, it's like, you know,
just what you thought was attractive.
You was curvy, you know, looking at your face, and I always like I always tell you, you know, as soon as you open your mouth, your attractiveness level changes either up or down.
Gotcha.
So if you could be a 10, open your mouth, and now you a 7. You could be a 6 and open your mouth, and now you a 6.5. You know what I'm saying?
So based on the personality and conversation,
personality, all that stuff, it factors in. You know what I'm saying? How you carry yourself, like carrying yourself as sexy means something. How you walk, like, you know, I can't walk around super timid in a situation and be like manly at the same. I could be manly and be standoffish, be calm, be shy. But I don't believe in, like, you have to have some type of assertiveness as a man to show that, you know, you're able to protect at some point. Like, I would assume that'd be a deal breaker for most females. You don't want to do who y'all got to fight the situation out. You know, or you want a man who can control the situation with, if need be. If something's going on, you go, you know, you ain't worried about who's going to go to the door.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I heard so.
And to me, I love a female that, or who I don't have to drum up sexiness. I ain't gotta go on no Rolodex. I could. This is okay. That's what she been.
Okay.
And like, even I don't like your outfit. Like, I know that you tried. You didn't come out with a bonnet. You have on no sweatpants. So I'm like, all right, she trying. And it wasn't like I just really didn't like that. I didn't like that jacket. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like the whole thing and everything else was bad. Plus, I seen pictures for like, okay, she not bad.
This is outfit.
Yeah. So
think my style has changed, or you think I still got old lady swag? You thinking long about this?
I think
long, too long.
You know my style. Like, I have a style, and I like.
You stick to it.
Not only do I have a style, I know what I believe I know what fits best, which fits you best. This outfit is a nice outfit for you. And I think sometimes you say, I like this shirt, I like this pants, and I like these shoes, and you're not thinking, do these things go together?
Okay.
For me, everything go together. I'll change my watch band if I feel like it's gonna work. Oh, if I put on this watch band with this and this and this and this, gotta wear the hat by Bible.
And the folks gonna think this is strange to hear this.
What?
Because people love my style.
And I think that, and I also believe that you put more effort. I've been telling you this all the time. You put more effort when you be going out to see other people. You going to work. I'm like, oh, she look really nice today. And then sometimes we go out. And I'm like, oh, okay. Bet.
Like to the grocery store or on a date.
We can go to the outlet. We can go to the mall. We go anywhere. Sometimes I'd be like, all right, bet.
Like.
And I don't want to be stepping in like, hey, let's try this. I know you like my style, but I don't want to be just intervening.
Okay, we're gonna do my husband dress me video. That's funny.
I think but yeah, I think when things are really really good, it's very effortless. I think like with most relationships, we've had a lot of times where we've been at odds.
Mm-hmm.
One of the things I had to learn was to not leave, because I'd be like, all right, I'm about to drive around the city. I'm about to go play basketball at 8 o'clock at night, and like, or just be like, bro, just now I just be like, all right, man. But like, one of the things, like, even when I'm angry, still to like what I do a lot now is just, okay, I'm just gonna go lay in the bed. I'm gonna still lay on her. You almost like, it's like when you gotta force yourself back into it. Like, I hold on to stuff. So you do something and you act like it didn't happen like 15 minutes ago, and I'm still dealing with it. And I just be like, all right, forget it.
What's the SpongeBob thing? 3 days later. Like, you still be mad.
So I like to, so I'll get to a point where I be like, all right, let me just act like it didn't happen either.
But even if I like apologize, so we still be like,
nah, no, when you apologize, I'd be okay. But it'd be sometimes where I
don't know. Like, sometimes I do be oblivious to what I did that offended you. Mm-hmm. And then I ask you, you be like, nah, everything's good. And then you tell me 2 days later what I did that made you
I think most men, or maybe I could be stepping out saying this, I think most men feel like in certain instances, all right, you know what, it is what it is. Let me just, because it's easier for me to move on than to. I think that in our relationship sometimes that you don't always, like I said, we have issues with, hey, this how I feel. And you be like, all right, I know how you feel. I'm gonna make a correction in this. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, I don't think this is gonna change. So I'm just not gonna say nothing. And then I'll get over it. And then if it happens again, then I'll be like, I have to get over it. And you just learn to adapt. And then sometimes it's me like trying to understand, like, you know what? I could spend all day being mad, or I could just enjoy the day. So I try to spend more time. I try to take more time to enjoy our good time, or get back to the good time that I want, as opposed to the bad time that I'm feeling.
Okay.
Like, I could sit here and be sad or upset, or not sad, but I could be angry about what you did. Or when I start to put it on like the scale of how important it is, then I was like, all right, it's really like a 2 or 3. And on the grand scheme of things, no matter how annoying or angry it may be, it's really a 2 or 3.
Mm-hmm.
So then I have to like, all right, I have to almost force it's like I have to jump into the water. So I have to force myself to act like everything's cool.
And see, I think the difference with us when it comes to those type of issues, like for me, if it's an annoying thing that you do, and it's something that you do often, if I see it as a 2 or 3, like it's literally like, to me, it's nothing. Okay, he left the whatever out again or whatever, and I then said something to him about it before. Then I just put it away. Then it's nothing.
See, but I just don't want to. I don't want to have to do 2 or 3 every other day. That's why I say something. Sometimes, like, all right. No, I'm not saying. I'm just saying there's certain things you're like, all right. Can we not do this no more? So I don't have to forget about. I don't want to have to forget about it.
Okay.
So now I just with certain
be present at all.
So like I say, sometimes some things are we got to deal with this, and sometimes it's I got to deal with it. And then I bet you everybody. Let me not make this exclusive to men. Everyone that had I think men for sure because I've heard a comedian talk about this. But you have you have that conversation with your spouse by yourself. Have you ever done
like
that?
In your head?
I've had that like.
Having the whole discussion.
Like, you do the thing like because it's almost like it'd be like Doctor Strange when he ran through all the scenarios. And you just like had a conversation like, okay, this is how it's gonna go. All right, that's like, right. Do I think like? And then it'd be sometimes where you're like, I gotta get this off my chest. Mm-hmm. And be like, I know this ain't gonna be healthy. This ain't gonna solve nothing. But this one gotta go. Okay. And I do that less. I do that a lot less.
You do.
But like sometimes, like I know this ain't doing that. But yeah.
And sometimes it be that build up, and you like.
But I mean, yeah, that's how I do customer service. You gonna get this. Nah, but yeah, that's the thing. So I'm every day I'm learning to get to hear you say something. Well, not every day, but okay, I would rather lay on you, talk to you, have fun with you than be mad at you. And that's like 99 out of 100 times. Mm-hmm. And that's, yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm. Would you do this again?
Do what again?
Get married.
Why would I need to do it again?
I'm saying if you had to go back in time.
Oh, us, back.
And you saw that poem, would you be like, would you tell yourself to answer it?
Yes, absolutely. Would you, if you saw me and was like, oh, she got her heart out, would you write me a poem again?
I wouldn't have contacted myself at that point. I think after we got married, I would have made business decisions.
What do you mean? Wait, rewind.
Like, you'd be like once we got married, I'd have been like, all right, you should do this, this, and this. I think we made a lot of mistakes during our marriage.
Oh,
where at that point I'd have been like, hey, before you do this thing, this what is this, the sacred timeline split? Oh. Yeah. I would have made some corrections.
Well, of course, I didn't know that was the question.
No, I know. Yeah, no, I wouldn't. I don't think I would have changed it. Not, I don't think I wouldn't have changed anything. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. I probably you ask about mistakes.
Yeah. Well, that's what I would have done. Because remember, we stopped talking for like a year and a half.
Oh, you would just fast forward it to?
I wouldn't have fast forwarded. I would have just. I would have probably sat myself down and explained to him the situation. Explain to myself. Like, bro, you're gonna probably get married to her anyway. Why don't you just not stop talking to me? Let's just keep talking. I know y'all.
Yeah, we probably would have been married before then if we never stopped talking. We didn't even get to that part of the story.
What?
About us stop talking. Like we dated and
so we dated for about what we
like 6, 7.
Around March we started hanging out. And we was hanging out a lot.
Every day.
We were not hanging out every day.
It seemed like it.
I was going to work 5 days a week.
Yes, and then
so we was probably hanging out. I would argue we was maybe hanging out because I had my daughter 3 days on, 3 days off. Mm-hmm. So I would say maybe 2 to 3 days. You know what? I would say 2
So at
days a
least
week.
every time you took her back and forth or whatever,
Yeah, I would stop
you
by
would
on my
see
way
me.
back.
And you was driving long times to come see me too, just when you didn't have her. She was
So
coming.
So what? So about it was like July, August
Yeah.
when we stopped talking. I would probably push it closer though.
I don't remember the time frame.
And then you moved to Florida. Was it right after that?
Maybe, I don't know.
And then you came back after the Lakers won the championship.
Was that the 3P?
No, that was in the early 2000s.
That was way after.
This is the first championship of
after
the
a while,
repeat. Yeah, after when it was just Kobe.
Yeah, okay, I remember now.
And then I saw you on there, and then I hit you up.
You saw me on Facebook?
You was on Facebook saying, I can't wait to go to this parade. And I was like, oh, I wonder if she's going to be here I don't even know how I knew you was in Florida. Maybe it was on
Facebook too?
Yeah, I guess. But then I was like, oh, okay. Then I hit you up to hang out.
Yeah, you said, you mind if I take you to Elephant Bar again?
We didn't go though, right?
I don't remember where we went.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then we've been talking ever since. 2010.
Dang.
12.
Yep. And got married.
14 years.
And that's consistent time.
Yeah, known each other for 16. Married for 10 this March.
That's
yeah.
Long time. I was a kid.
Don't know.
I was
an adult.
young.
You were an adult. I was an adult. We only 3 years apart. 3.5.
Not like that. I'm saying that I was young.
I understand.
I know you can't say that nowadays. People be pedo.
Yeah, we 2008. So you was like 22.
I got my license while we were together. Like, that's crazy. I didn't even care to drive. I didn't want to drive, but I feel like I was forced to.
What else?
No, but yeah.
That's the only other thing
about our story.
Anything interesting about our story?
Interesting.
Nah, just basic. Finally got a house. Finally got a kid. Another kid. We got one boy, one girl. Not in that order. Got a house. Got bills.
Yes, lots of them.
No. Basically been around the world. I'm sorry, no, we haven't. We've been to one place in Europe.
You say around the world.
And we've been to the Virgin Islands.
And Mexico a couple times.
Trying to get back.
Yeah.
Everything else is boring.
No. Oh, you haven't been to Canada. So yeah, together.
That was somebody else.
No, I'm just talking about me.
With someone else.
No, my cousin. And it wasn't with the man.
Cause you was like Canada. Oh no, that wasn't you.
Not like, cause I was thinking about when we were, was it Detroit? Where was it where they were trying to go over?
When we was in Detroit.
Okay. Yeah. I didn't bring my passport with me, so we couldn't go.
Oh.
I think you had your passport.
I don't remember.
But anyway, yeah. So, but no, yeah. Well,
what?
We got married in 2014. I got sick immediately, like 6 months in.
Oh yeah.
I think that was interesting.
Yeah.
Like we got tested on the sickness and health part, like right away.
Yeah. So, okay, married 27th of March. I got too many March dates.
And then I got sick in August.
And
didn't get diagnosed until February.
You were sick before. You was like sick July. Because remember, we went to go play basketball, and then that's when you started feeling sore. And then we started going to the hospital in like August.
Okay, but we had helped your brother move, and that's when I really noticed it.
That was July?
I
don't know.
Okay, and I was like, you was like, you being extra. I know I'm very extra. And I was like, man, I can't move. You trying to stretch me? I'm screaming like, this is killing me. And then when I couldn't get my rings off, my fingers was all swollen, me twisting it off, hollering. But yeah, that was interesting.
So married in March, diagnosed lupus in January?
Then February the next year.
February.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of hospital visits. So yeah, sickness and health. We did that.
Richer or poorer or poorer?
We've been poor.
Poorer or poorer?
Yeah, we've been real poor. We just bought a house, so we ain't been rich,
but
we got some equity.
We okay. Say, what can you say? We gonna be alright. We alright.
Yeah, I ain't at the laundromat no more.
Oh God, I hate that so much.
Till death do us part, neither one of us died. Yeah,
as far as I know. Obviously, Trump said people's dying and they never died before.
That's the truth. Yeah, that's it. You know, just everyday black people. You know, what else? That's it. Any advice other than be okay to date a short person? Evidently,
shut up. No, just be open. You be honest with yourself about what you will and won't accept, because you can be open, but then it's like, okay, this person is really not my type. Don't force it, because then you'll be stuck in a relationship that you're unhappy in. And I'm not saying type as far as like, oh, we gotta be a certain look or whatever. And I mean that as far as like, there's some people that are in relationships with somebody who has a completely different religious belief than them, and they're okay with that. Now, for me, I can't see us going to two separate churches, or you supposed to be leading our household and you don't follow Christ. I can't personally do that. So if, you find something that's like a deal breaker for you, then by all means, of course, do not, be like, oh, okay, I'll just toss that out the window. But just be open. Sometimes you might just want to set your list aside.
Okay. I think what I would say is, I guess, figure out what those things are that really are worth having. If someone is making you happy, whether you realize it or not, it's not a lot of people who can do that. So, sometimes the physical is not as important as you see it. We don't realize how much, like, you can lose weight and I wouldn't notice it because I see you every day.
That's happened.
So to that effect, your size isn't that important. I always say I stress your health versus your size. I would love for you to go run and work out with me, but I know that's not gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? But like, as your hair grows or gets shorter, I don't really see that. You see it, but I don't see it. So, but I do, but our personalities and those things, those are everyday interactions that I'm always going to notice. And we're going to get so focused on are they going to, if a dude is 5'8", ain't nothing you can do to make him 6'2". I mean, I guess you can do the little leg extenders. Oh yeah, that new knee surgery thing. Yeah, but then they can be looking like really weird. Anyway. So now you got to deal with a dude look like Jack from Nightmare Before Christmas.
Those Skeletor legs.
Yeah. But like if you make me that happy, then what is it? Is there something that's an absolute deal breaker? Because if I can spend all my time with you, if when I'm done spending my time with you, I'm thinking about the time we spent together, does it matter that you was a little bit bigger, male or female? Does it matter that you was a little bit shorter, male or female? Does it matter that you wasn't a dime, male or female? Now, you know what I'm saying? If you trusting in God to bring you somebody, I would, unless you got a word from God telling you that he gonna bring you a atheist that you gonna convert, more than likely that might be a deal breaker for you. But like if he hits a gang of boxes, and just speaking generally, let's not even talk religion. If he's speaking hitting a gang of boxes, unless that one box that he don't hit is the absolute worst thing, and you know you wake up every day regretting.
Yeah.
Because like when I talk about like if your girl is a real talk, if your girl is 6, you ain't gonna once you get used to her. Whereas assuming you are like if you hanging out with her and all that, you meet a girl who's just that great, man, you ain't gonna
She
never
not
look
a
at her
6 no
face.
more.
The
Yeah.
only thing you got to deal with is how you think people gonna see her. And once
Mhm.
you get over that, you good.
Yeah.
If you dealing with someone who hit every box and they missing one thing that you ain't even thinking about until you actually have to assess it, nah, like, yeah, don't date a dude who broke if he ain't got no plan. But if he broke and cause he going to school, if he broke because he in a situation where that he trying to get out of, then that's different. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I've been working some bad jobs, but then when I set up myself to get into a better position and I actually worked that plan and I got there, then things got better. Had
Mhm.
I just decided in my heart that I was just gonna be out here just playing Madden, playing FIFA, playing whatever, or doing whatever and kicking it and depending on you, then yeah, like if he ain't picking up, you know, and trying to be something better, if y'all ain't trying to make yourself better, if his even if he doing good and he not concerned about you getting better, that's a problem.
Mm-mm. Yeah.
Like if y'all can get y'all mentality right and y'all both
Flag.
have a goal, yeah. Like if everything that is core and makes you want to be around this person is good, and you see them in life going on an upward trajectory, 5 years from now, do I see him doing the same thing or getting better?
Right.
Then yeah, you know what I'm saying. At the worst, try it for a couple months and see how it go. You ain't gonna be doing nothing else anyway.
It's gonna be at the house on the couch with the
I'm
commercial.
just I'm just tired of like females mad about they dude who wasn't no good being no good. And I'm like, what did you expect to happen? I'm tired of females talking about how they need someone who is 6'3" and they 5'4". You know what I'm saying? I'm tired of
I
females.
think that has to be some type of like thing. Like some people say, "Oh, I just want to feel protected. I want to feel security," so they feel like they need a bigger man to provide that to them.
Mike Tyson 5'10".
Right, and he'll protect you.
I've never heard a scenario where someone's being scared around Mike Tyson. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah. Like with that being said, like it's a lot of dudes out here who want a thing, they want a big booty, they want this, and this. And I'm like, why?
Mm-hmm.
Why? Like none of this, like
I seen an interview where they asked somebody, it was like, if your dude wants you to get a BBL, like would you get it? And dude was like, if your man wants you to get a BBL, he don't like you.
no.
Like he do not like you if he
Mm-mm.
wants you to get that.
Yeah, like I understand buying a fixer up, but a person is not a fixer up. You are
Right.
not buying a 67 Chevy.
Mm-hmm.
Now, yeah, you want I believe wholeheartedly that the person you get with 10 years from now, you shouldn't have that same person. Y'all
Yeah,
should be
change.
making each other better. 10 years from now, you both should be able to look at each other and say, dang, we better now. All
Mm-hmm.
these pictures they be showing of people who got married in like 2003 and together now, they all look better. So physically, we want to look better. Mentally, we want to be better. Physically, we want to be better. Financially, we want to be better.
Right.
But for me to like, then be like, I know it's going to make you better, unnatural things. Like through our process of being with each other, we're going to make each other better. Not through our process of being together, we're going to be able to afford to make you better. You
Yeah.
know, yeah, no. She cool, but once I put those titties and that breast and that booty on her, and I get her some, you know what I'm saying, some new eye color and that 30-inch weave, we gonna be working. No, that's not
Because
it.
well, some people, like you were talking about, some people are more concerned about the thoughts or opinions of how other people view who they're with, and some people just see it as like a status symbol. Like, oh, I got me a bad B. Like,
Yeah.
I'm just like,
And most of them got baby mamas. Most of them got divorces. Everybody. So Cardi B getting a divorce. Lotto be breaking up with everybody. Megan and Thee Stallion got shot. Like
But she don't gotta be big.
But what
But
I'm
she got
saying
big
is, like,
booty.
you be looking for big booties, you've been looking for all this, and name me one of them who's been together all this time. You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, when I think like all that, I believe that I believe that sex is important in a marriage.
Mm-hmm.
In a marriage. Let me just stop there. I'm about to say relationship. Let me say marriage. With that being said, I believe as long as you have a partner that is willing, then y'all should be good.
Mm-hmm.
That's the conversation you need to have. Not what have you done? Like, hey, are you with us not being born for 30, 50 years?
Mm-hmm.
Not, hey, are you able to put your leg behind your head? No. No. Are you 10 years from now, we're going to be doing the same thing we did when, the first time. That's the rule. That's the only thing you need to worry about. That big booty that you probably can't handle anyway. You don't need that.
Mm-hmm.
Nah. Not only that, you gonna find her attractive. If you really in love with a woman, you're gonna find her attractive.
Right.
Not her booty, not her breasts. You're gonna find her attractive.
Right. Yeah.
But and not people don't be realizing that. They think they need this type of thing. And nah, man. You out here looking for a woman who got all these things that are like all these new people, and then you trying to figure out why you got so many, exes.
Yeah.
Cause you looking for superficial stuff that ain't gonna last. Everything you looking for got a shelf life.
Yeah. And unfortunately, that's being proven right now with people having to go back and have stuff removed from their body because it's literally killing them.
Yeah, because it ain't about none of that physical. Like I said, you want somebody who you can wake up with, and when you see him when you wake up, you're not upset with yourself.
Like, oh my God.
But outside of that, after that, everything else got to be about the inside.
Yeah.
In the game plan.
Free. All right. Any final words, sir?
No. Anything for you?
No.
Okay.
Just find what makes you happy. Or makes y'all happy, rather.
Yep. I guess only other thing is, guess we'll do this again, and hopefully people, like it and share it and subscribe and watch the clips and all the other stuff. If that happens, then we'll be good, and they'll be good because they're gonna get some good advice.
Okay.